Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nick and Matt Get Goosebumps. I'm Matt.
I'm Nick.
And we're going to get some goosebumps.
I've already got them.
Sweet. I can't tell.
I know.
Let me see that skin.
I'm wearing a long sleeve t-shirt.
Oh.
That was a reference to our first episode, Welcome to Dead House.
Already making callbacks. It's already a clip show. That's what we've been reduced to.
I mean, yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's the name of Goosebumps in French? Chair
de poule.
Now, what does that translate to?
Chicken flesh.
Chicken
Chicken
flesh.
skin, because chicken skin is bumpy.
Yeah, that's kind of gross. That's an even more disturbing title for a book series.
La chair de poule.
Chicken flesh. Sick. Well, Nick, this is episode 2, and you
Yeah.
know what that means.
We're staying out of the basement.
Stay out of it.
Just don't go in.
Don't even
Don't
think
go
about
down
it.
there.
Don't look at the basement. Don't walk close to the basement. You can keep your kites in the basement.
Oh yeah.
But you can't get
and
them.
the string.
Do not get those kites.
No.
Don't do it.
No. Buy a new kite.
Yeah. Stay out of the house. Sleeping in the doghouse. Stay out of the basement, Nick. That's the book title, July 1992. It's
Also
release
written
date.
by R.L. Stine.
Also written by the R.L. Stein. Ryan Lipton Stein.
I don't think that's his name.
It's a name. The tagline for this, we don't normally read the taglines, but this is a weird one. Something's waiting in the dark.
Because basements are dark.
Yeah, but they have to have lighting for plants to survive, no?
Yeah, but you grow marijuana in the closet with like
lights.
Yeah, but no windows.
No windows.
It's a
sure.
dark closet.
I guess I thought they could have gone for something better, but who am I to judge? I was 7 years old, 6 years old maybe. Don't get advice. 92, yeah. Don't get advice from me. I'm a 6-year-old. What do I know about writing taglines?
Well, but it's 2017.
I don't know how much I've matured, Nick. I'm still reading Goosebumps.
Oh God, what have we done with our lives?
Not much, sir, let me tell you. So what is this book about? What is this book about, Nick?
I want you to answer that question first, because I have an answer for that.
There's different takes on it, because as a child, I'm thinking, it's just a scary room we can't go into. As an adult, you get a little deeper into it. Now, is this about the disrespectful, disobedient children? Is that what they are? Their dad has one rule. What's that rule, Nick?
Stay out of the basement.
Stay out of the basement. How many times does he say it? He's very clear.
I mean, he said it so many times they made it the title of the book.
Yeah. He was threatening even, and that brings us to the next idea. Is this a story about domestic violence? A mother too weak to stand up for her children and leaves with a cockamamie story about her aunt. About the kid's aunt. Her sister's sick. She has to go. I'm going to leave you with this abusive father.
No, because she wouldn't leave the kids, so that we can scratch that off.
We don't know much about the mother. We don't even know the mother's first name.
We don't.
And I think that the kids don't really know their own mother, and the mother doesn't care to know them.
Okay.
That's one option. Then, the obvious meth lab in the basement. We've all seen it.
It's Breaking Basement.
Breaking Basement. Stay out of the...
Bad.
There you go. Some weird sex stuff might be going on down there.
See, now you're talking my language.
Yeah, there's a hot and steamy atmosphere. Even
oh no, you're way off base.
No, am I? I mean, even Casey, the brother, goes down there. The brother's down there with Margaret. The brother's down there with Diane, Margaret's friend. They go down there. Casey's like, "Oh, it's so hot down here. I gotta take off my shirt."
Okay, but
he's 11, and the girls tickle him in the basement. Anyway, hot atmosphere.
You're not thinking fourth dimensionally here.
No, I'm not, aren't I? I'm just thinking in a place I don't want to be thinking. Now, there's the last option here. Have you heard of herbosexuals?
I can't say that I have, but
can you surmise?
Yes, I can. Yes.
If you're attracted to plants,
yes,
sexually.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't take it that literally.
Okay.
But I did find some deeper meaning in the story, and I'm convinced that the story, Stay Out of the Basement, is a metaphor, allegory, or what have you, for repressed homosexuality in married men.
Whoa.
And I have backup with like quotes and proof. It's once it was in my head, I couldn't not see it anymore.
Once you knew, you knew.
Yep.
This is kind of groundbreaking. I'm excited to. You've thought more about it than I have because I stopped at herbosexual. Like, is he making love to plants? And you went deep. You got some deep nuggets out of here.
It probably, most likely, 97% not the intention of R.L. Stine.
No.
But, oh boy, it's there.
Maybe it was repressed in Stein, too, and he didn't even know he was writing it. Curious to see what you mean and some of the points you brought up. And we will get into that. We got some spooky facts to talk about.
Spooky facts! This is a thunderclap.
What an intro for something not very remarkable. One of the only books written in the third person.
I made a note of that. Third person narration.
I'm not a fan of it. I feel very disconnected from the story.
Really? I'm used to third person narration.
Yeah. It is how most books are written in adult world.
Yeah.
But in kid world, I want to be Casey Brewer. I want to be Margaret Brewer. I want to be Diane.
Oh.
I want to have no cares in the world. I want to just go. I want to be a drifter. I want to sleep at friends' places and fly kites during the day and not go to school, not worry.
You want to be a lost boy.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not pass.
I don't want to be Dr. Brewer, I'll tell you that.
No, because he is battling a battle inside of himself.
He's got some issues going on. And, okay, and the second fact, the last fact, that we're going to talk about this title, about this cover.
Yes. The plant man hand coming out of the door, gripping it, leaves growing off of it. You can see it's very detailed. The knuckles are purplish.
Yeah, it's like they've been pounding on a door. It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
It's a
very well detailed, very aesthetically pleasing, with the even the purple and the light green surrounding it. Now,
but there's something a little different about it, isn't there?
Something amiss. Something that just doesn't sit right with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also almost ashamed to like this cover.
Why is that?
Well, because it recently came to my attention that our favorite T. Jacobus did not have any part in designing this cover.
What?
Some other artist, an unknown, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name. It's not written on here. But he did not design this cover. They were still trying to figure out the look they wanted for Goosebumps. Mm-hmm. Jacobus did Welcome to Dead House. Some other guy did Stay Out of the Basement. And they ultimately went with Jacobus, or Jacobus, as I pronounced him as a child. Mm-hmm. But what do you think about this cover? Are you a fan of it?
I am.
After what you've just learned?
I mean, a good cover is a good cover.
That's true.
And
Jacobus he did a cover for this in 2003. He
did
a new cover.
I've seen it.
Kind of disappointing.
Yes.
Kind of childish.
Yeah. That is what I would describe it as. This is sinister, and it definitely reflects the book more. Like the tone of the book.
Yeah. No, definitely.
The later Jacobus stuff, eventually when we get to Goosebumps 2000 and Give Yourself Goosebumps, it's too cartoony. It's too stylized, I find.
Now I feel like we sound like a couple of snooty goosebumpers.
I know.
We're talking in a circle of goosebumpers, and we're like, I prefer Jacobus's early work.
Yes, his earlier, funnier work. No, but you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where, you look at the cover of Night of the Living Dummy.
Oh, yeah.
And it is, you've got the lighting just right. It looks sinister, even though it's just a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
Then you get to, what was it? What was the fourth one that he did in the Goosebumps 2000? It was, Bride of the Living Dummy or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just I'm a cartoon. It's you're not scary anymore.
Like R.L. Stine pulling away from the horror and getting more into the ridiculousness, so too did Jacobus do it.
I mean, I will admit right now, I've not read any of the Goosebumps 2000 books. I
read a few. I really liked it was an Invasion of the Body Snatchers ripoff, but I realized later I just really like that Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Sure.
But as far as covers go, this is an A+ cover for Goosebumps, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the most recognizable.
It definitely, it is the Goosebumps cover. I mean, it's
sad to
definitely
say.
It is the one that, like, if you think Goosebumps, you think the hand at the door, stay out of the basement.
Yeah. Second book in the series. It's it is Goosebumps, and it's sad to say, even though it's not a Jacobus original.
Yeah.
Part of the Pantheos?
Canon?
Canon.
Yeah, the Goosebumps canon.
There we go. So let's get into it.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of characters in this book. We got Margaret Brewer, described as having straight brown hair. She is also referred to as Princess or Fatso.
Affectionately.
Because she's so skinny.
It's an ironic nickname.
Yeah, but it's also a warning. Don't get fat, Margaret. No one will love you.
I'm uncomfortable with this.
And then your ironic nickname will just be a insulting nickname. So you got that to look forward to. Casey Brewer, which I have trouble with because Casey sounds like a woman's name to me.
Oh, okay.
I have a much more surfacey problem with him. Blonde, straight hair, and freckles. They don't sound like brother and sister.
No, especially since the first note I have from page 1, siblings playing well together. Fiction.
Yeah, there's
Fiction.
Something. We don't see that very often in Goosebumps.
Or in life.
Yeah, that's true.
At that age.
Yeah. No, siblings are born to hate.
Well, I mean,
you have a brother.
Once you grow up, you know.
I suppose. We also have Diane. She's Margaret's friend. And Dr.
And
Brewer,
later she's replaced by
father.
Rebecca.
In the show?
6th season.
What are you talking about?
Hello, everybody. That was a Cheers reference. Cheers was a television program that ran from 1982 to 1993 on NBC.
Sigh. So let's get into this. Nick, are you ready to get Goosebumps?
I'm ready to stay out of the basement.
Listener beware. You're in for a scare. Margaret and Casey are throwing around a frisbee.
With a capital F.
Like nobody's business.
Well, so
They're
frisbee is a proper name?
Yeah. Is frisbee not like Jell-O or Band-Aid? Is it?
Well, I mean, I know that it was another dessert, based on the historical documentary Back to the Future Part 3.
You messing with me?
No.
Okay.
But I wasn't aware that frisbee was a proper name.
Yeah, no, and I'm not aware. I don't believe that it is.
Mm-hmm. It's just capitalized for the hell of it.
I think it was just the 90s, and he wants to capitalize on the frisbee craze.
So he capitalized it.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah, that was his real agenda here.
I'm sorry, that'll keep coming up figuratively and literally.
Literally?
Yeah.
Okay. Their mom needs to leave. She's got to get out.
She has got to leave, and yep.
She's got an aunt.
Well,
visit. She's got a sister. Well, we don't know. She's
Aunt
saying,
Elaine?
I got to go visit Aunt Eleanor in the hospital.
Oh, it's Eleanor, yeah.
But probably her sister,
I would
the
imagine.
children's aunt.
Yes.
I don't want to ever do that. If I have children, change the wording to fit their needs. I'm going to say I'm going to go see my sister. And they're going to be like, you mean Aunt Eleanor? And it's like, no, my sister. Work it out in your own heads, kids. I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to start calling my mom and dad grandma and grandpa. Figure it out. If I'm a father one day. Their father, Dr. Brewer, is an out-of-work botanist. Now, Nick, what does botanist mean?
I don't know, but I sure hope the book tells me.
Oh, it's going to tell you in spades. The show as well.
I see. I get that because you use a spade to dig a garden.
Yes, you do. Well, he studies plants, and he's out of work now.
What happened? Why is he out of work?
He got fired.
How did he get fired? Why was he fired?
For just being too
progressive.
It's maybe too progressive. I don't know what he's doing with plants.
I have a theory on how he got fired, which we'll get to later.
Okay, because it doesn't say. It's just like he got fired. And how depressing is it to be an out-of-work botanist?
It's pretty depressing just to be out of work.
Yeah, but as a botanist?
Yeah.
And like you're going to study from home? You're going to work on your experiments from home? You're studying plants, dude. It's not exciting. It's not...
Are you in any danger of ever being an out-of-work botanist?
I'm not. I'm secretly super jealous. I wish I was an out-of-work botanist. At least I'd be somebody.
Oh, but you are somebody.
Yeah. Anyway, he spends all of his time now out of work, but in his basement, working on his